Hi guys, hey, it's Angie with Feisty Butterfly Tarot, and today we are doing a reading called Killing Bluebeard, and we're going to use the Deviant Moon deck. It's a spread that I haven't done much of, but it's a very it's a potent spread. So far it's been really deep and a little dark. Interesting kind of read. So we're going to get to it. We're using the Deviant Moon cards. Let me move these so you can see. Story of Bluebeard in a nutshell is a young girl gets married off to a rich businessman that's kind of foreign. And she marries him thinking she's probably won the lottery, basically. She's very excited. She gets there and Bluebeard says, you can have access, you have the keys to the entire house. And it seems like it's pretty grand, the entire castle, but don't go downstairs. She goes downstairs one time. He goes away for the business trip. She takes the key, unlocks the basement door, and finds all the dead wives' bodies. And so then she realizes, oh, this isn't what it seems. She's in trouble. She runs up to the top of the castle, calls for her brothers, and ends up getting saved. Ends up saving herself by the very calling of them. So that's the story, and we're going to take it from there and go into this Killing Bluebeard spread from Monica Stark. Great read, great spread. Here we go. The first one, it says, what's the nature of my predator, the enemy of my wild self? It's the Eight of Cups. It's emotional avoidance, as clear as it can be anything else. In reversed, it's not even walking away to a better thing. It's just avoidance, and it so fits the story where she's got all these hopes and dreams and goes for it, excited, but she's told, don't look, don't look, don't look in the basement. And this one is not looking at any of the emotional stuff, nothing under the surface, nothing subconscious, nothing intuition. She's just do away with that. And she's walking away without even looking. That lack of acknowledgement, that level of avoidance, that's the predator of your wild self. Number two, the key. It says, what do I know? What do I know deep in my soul that I wish I didn't know? It's the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords is usually she's surrounded by swords, all these thoughts, all this mental thought trapping her up, and she's usually blindfolded. In this one, she's right near the window and about to fall out. She's panicking. She's in trouble. She's got some moonlight, but there's all these swords. It's dangerous to leave. If the girl in the story were to just run away from the castle, there would be a big amount of woods, and she could, you know, get killed by the wolves or the cold weather or whatever. So there's a real reason to be afraid of leaving and feeling trapped. And this is exactly that. She knows that she's trapped, but she needs to look for a way out. The Eight of Swords, all the swords are around the person. They're blindfolded. They know that they're stuck. They feel super, super stuck, but they know that they can get out. So what do you know that you wish you didn't know? That it's up to you to be your own hero. So that you have to make a move, make a choice. Okay, number three. It's called the Dead Wives. The dead wives, what part of myself lays dying or dead? What part of myself lays dying or dead? What part of my psyche has Bluebeard preyed upon? This is the King of Cups. King of Cups is all about having emotional stability, which obviously avoidance, obviously fear of freedom, fear of doing it on your own, fear of taking action. King of Cups is the one that the sea can be tossed and turned and even roiled, but he's the king of the emotional energy. He stays stable. He's mature enough, wise enough, old enough, experienced enough to know how to stabilize that, how to keep calm, how to stay centered, stay in alignment. And Bluebeard is preying on that. So the predatory part of you tells you otherwise, tells you run away from emotions. You can't control them. You don't know, you don't want to see, you don't want to look. What part of my psyche has Bluebeard preyed upon? What part of me lays dying or dead? This very much avoidance. The emotions that are coming to the surface that you will recognize, that you will know, that need honored, those parts of yourself, you actually do know. That balance, that stability hasn't been around for you. You've been not operating from that point of view, and that's what's been stolen, taken, or given away. All right. Number 4. It's called the Brothers. It says, what can I call upon to help me? In this read, in this spread, this is the 10 of Coins inheritance card, and there's 3 people playing, right? And one is just serving as the table, could very much even be part of the table, just holding a piece. And this is like very much subservient. So if this is where you've been being past tense, it's not where you need to be. You can be the old wise one. This very much could be you. Knowing the next strategy, knowing the next choice, understanding that there's resources around, understanding the inheritance, the divine inheritance that gives you the talent, the skill, and the material wherewithal to get out of there. Having the legs to run out of the situation, having the ability, the resources, the friends, the finances that maybe has been squirreled away, or taking what you need to take to go. Protecting that talent, protecting, nurturing, and letting those parts of you grow. This is how you call it forward. You acknowledge the talents you have. You use the emotional wisdom you have. You create strategic moves. You make choices, and you put yourself far from the castle in a safer space. Okay, that's how you call the Brothers. To me, it seems like you just use your energetic wisdom to call and ask. This guy could very well be teaching this younger one how to play chess. How do you do the strategic move? It may not be as adversarial. They aren't even opponents. It's not 2 of the same age now, is it? But you use the wisdom, the resources, whatever you've got, you use and you call it forward so you can get your next move planned out. All right. Next is Killing Bluebeard, number 5. How come I gave you 7? Very interesting. It's a 6-card spread, yet I dealt 7. Okay, Killing Bluebeard. It says, how can I neutralize and disassemble the predator? This just screams to me, pay attention. Here's this person up here and just tossing aside their emotions, tossing aside their knowledge, not even being interested into what's being offered. When things are being offered, you've got this kind of knowledge base. So being disinterested, bored, not caring, giving up, surrendering, apathy, all of that. So if this is in position 5, how do you neutralize and disassemble a predator? You take greater interest in yourself than you do in them. You might employ gray rock if you're familiar with narcissism. You care less about their need and more about your own. You decide to get interested and involved. You decide to start moving into this part. You make a decision to value what still remains. And you don't toss aside anymore. You have to see what's there. The 4 of Cups. Killing Bluebeard. Let him get bored. Get yourself safely out of there. Don't engage in conflict or arguing. Next, Killing Bluebeard, number 6. Now if this is 5 and this is 6, or if this is 5 and this is 6, I don't know, because I spread 7. So this has the 9 of Coins. This was the 10, remembering this family strength, remembering your talents and skills. The 9 for the Buzzards, or Killing Bluebeard and the Buzzards. We're going to go into it. The Buzzards are about what can the energy of my predator be transformed into. So if you took an interest, if you realize that you have the wherewithal and the talents to do this, you could transform it into more talents, into freedom, into skill, into mastery. There is something that you perhaps have more interest in, that you do like, that you do acknowledge, that you do find valuable, that you do love emotionally, that connects with you. And you're making that valuable again, even if it's just the emotions of your own heart and not particularly a specific talent. Your heart is telling you, and all these talents you do have, so don't forget. And then you have the Six of Cups here. Awesome. So what can the energy of my predator be transformed into moving forward? You have the Six of Cups. This is happy emotions. This is sweet nostalgia. It can be transformed. You can get back there a little bit to a sweeter, happier time when you're remembering give and take without having something threatened, without having strings attached, where you can give and take evenly and the love is equal and shared and offered freely. When it's a time to celebrate and make believe and pretend and play, you can get back to that. So if this is you running from everything, discovering Bluebeard, realizing you need to fall out of that trap, realizing there needs to be emotional balance, that you have talents and skills and resources at hand, you've got to make the choice to be more interested in caring about yourself, to move forward, to gain more momentum, to gain more finances and resources, and to honor what you have been gifted and given, and you've got a lot. And then to be able to go back into that space where there's security, safety, fun, playfulness, sweetness, belief and faith and trust again. Okay, we're gonna look into the Angels deck for a couple words and then close out the read. Guess we're getting 3. Okay, so the first one out says Page of Wands, Page of Fire. There's no fire to be found in here. It's water and coins. So maybe there's something to get excited about again, hidden in these coins. Enthusiastic, optimistic, creative, impatient, news of exciting opportunities, creating, allowing your creativity to soar, doing things that fuel your passions, finish what you start. Next out, transformation. Okay, we were just talking that in this part. A significant life experience that requires changes to be made, powerful and often unexpected revelations, breaking free of procrastination, releasing old belief systems. Move this. You got 4. I thought you had 3. Well, okay, so you've got fire, you've got transformation, the sun, and then it looks like the Ace of Coins, perhaps. The Ace of Coins coming up next. A windfall of abundance, or wise counsel, or good fortune, an exciting career opportunity, a lucrative contract, significant purchases like a home or a vehicle. Rebounding, sort of. Not in a relationship way, but in a resource, finances, trust your gut kind of a way. The sun. A time of great joy and success, brilliant epiphanies that lead to magical opportunities, plans that work out, gratitude for the divine. Epiphanies here to set yourself free. Brilliant epiphanies, recognitions of knowledge, illuminations by the sun to help you move forward. That is phenomenal. Sun, moving forward, it often shows the baby riding the horse and everything coming up blessed. Going back to that state where trust is once again to be had. Okay, that's what I've got for you for your Bluebeard reading. Thanks, like and subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what resonates. Take care.